Good day, my friends. I have a re-record for you today of an old journal, which I'm sorry to say has been up since July, and I didn't realize it only had 2.5 minutes of audio, and the rest of it is just silent. Oh well. It's Plato, Atlantis, and Truth. And this journal goes back to February 8th of 2010, and the Mayan day was 10 read. So, that was a long time ago. Let's see what it offers. I am beginning to read what words Plato left for us about Atlantis. He was the first one that we know of to write about it, you know. People may call it a legend, but maybe people are wrong in that, or just misinformed. That is the way of the dark force, of course, to misinform. There is often evidence of truth woven in, and they know we will respond to that. When they give things that are 100% lie, we just don't pay attention. The truth connects with us, for we have this ancient inner memory, whether we yet know it or not. Still, with what truth they don't quite expunge from the record, and they are very good record erasers indeed. With what truth that remains, they mix in a hefty dose of misinformation. Thus, we retain some history, but they call it legend or myth. Well, so be it. The weight is upon us to wake up, after all. They have no requirement to help us do it, for goodness sake. Why, that would be to work against themselves, against what they feel is in their own best interests. So it is simply up to us to do the waking up and to get out of our little reality boxes, so neatly constructed for us, and to explore. I like doing that. You must too, or you wouldn't be with me here. So let's explore together then. Don't leave all the good stuff for me. Drop down in heart and let's take this trek together. Where are we headed? I never know, you know. I just set off, trusting the way ahead will be lighted as we go. Often we must take one step before the next one will be lighted for us. There's wisdom in that. Do you see it? Anyway, how about exploring truth? Capital T. That's a very brave and daring escapade, for the truth, the real truth, cannot be told, of course. All we can have are good approximations of it, and that's if we're blessed and sufficiently humble. The super arrogant need not enter here. They will be tripped up and on their own arrogance as well. Nothing else need be added. In reading Plato's words, I had to stop when he discussed the goddess Athena. Believe it or not, I had not made the connection. Pallas Athena, goddess of truth, and Athens. Silly, I know, but I hadn't connected the two. Then, being someone who practically worships truth, ultimate, transcendent, capital T truth, Pallas Athena becomes someone or something very important to me, close to the bone, so to speak, vital, the goddess of truth. And here I must shed some hero worship. I pause, recognizing how I had previously placed the goddess so high above my head, metaphorically speaking, that I had not thought the self worthy of interacting with the deity, the goddess. Any such behavior, such thinking, is stuff and nonsense, of course. Reality is not structured like that unless we choose to structure it so in our own personal world and for a time. It will always collapse eventually, though, if it is not founded on truth. Stuff just works that way. So, what is needed, at least as I currently see it, is the right combination of both arrogance and humility. The arrogance is required to see oneself as worthy of communing with the Holy One, in this instance, the goddess. And the humility is necessary to bring back any truth from the escapade. Absent a good dose of humility, we cannot trust what we bring back from our adventuring. At least that's been my experience of things. Now, these things my poor words purport to discuss here are so much higher than mere words can tell, and so I must yet again recommend that one do the listening from within the heart. From there we can see and connect with the bigger picture, or at least begin to get the sense that there is a bigger picture. That's a good start, a good space to occupy. My God. To think that in days of old our forebears conversed and communed directly with such beings of light, with beings of such great light that they were called gods and goddesses. Amazing. Well, we've got that in our DNA still, and that makes it accessible to us. Yeah, we don't yet know the instead of the 10th, I put the 100th of what the DNA is all about, of its uses. But one thing is pretty certain. It preserves the memory, the record of what's gone before. Right there, right within every cell. So accessible. Thus, my recommendation is, as you go and read these things, these ancient journals and myths of what's gone on before, that you stay close in heart. I know I keep saying this, but how else am I to get it through to you, to others, that heart is the one place to be? There really is another kingdom, another consciousness available to us all, you know. Or you may not know. I'm telling you, though, that it's true. The kingdom really is within. It really is a legitimate kingdom too, and you are the queen, the king of it. We've all set down our crown, our scepter of authority, and left our interior throne, which is short for 3-in-1, so long ago that it's just a faint trace of memory now. It doesn't even seem possible, much less real somehow. Oh well, that's my job, perhaps, to sing the song of the inner kingdom, to invite people to go back, to go within, to rediscover their own throne, and to set out once again to take up the scepter and crown, to rule their own domain, to take dominion. On the outer dimension, it looks like this. You take responsibility for your life. Those are the first and necessary steps. We stop blaming our loved ones or others, the world, for whatever seems to be wrong with our life. As long as we're focused out there like that, we will never reign. We'll never take up the throne. We've all abdicated, you see, allowing and enabling others to come into our kingdom and to take it over by bits and pieces, incrementally. A little here, a bit more there. We've given over our power and authority to the outside world, to externals, to people, to things, to technology. We've even forgotten that happiness is a choice. No one can take it away from you unless you first give them the authority, the power to do that. It is your right, but you can give it away. And life works like that. You get to rule, and if that's the choice you make, then life respects it. Do you see how that works? Good day. Oh, the throne being short for 3-in-1. I wonder if you've heard of what is called the threefold flame. Just as there is, I think it's, is it 22 ounces? Or there's a little bit of weight that leaves the body when we die. There's also a spiritual spark or fire that heart surgeons have actually seen in their open heart surgery. They say it's about a 1/16 of an inch high, and it's not physical. And it's been called the threefold flame, like the fleur de lis, the three plumes of the balance of love, wisdom, and power is what it's supposed to represent. And I learned about that through the Summit Lighthouse. tsl.org is the website. Thanks.